welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see by the title, today I will be trying out some new makeup today, and that makeup is going to be from none other than Fenty Beauty. Your girl is hype. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, even when I first started getting into makeup around, I would say almost 2 years ago, when Rihanna dropped her makeup, even I was high-key curious. I'm like, yo, what's up with her makeup? What's going on? How's her makeup like? All this other stuff. But when I looked at the prices for everything that she was charging, I'm like, you know what? Let me hold off on that. But I decided to finally start dipping and dabbing into more expensive makeup products to actually genuinely see if it's actually worth me spending my coins on. So yeah, so today I'm super excited to try everything out. But yeah, so if you guys are curious to how I like all these products and whatnot, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl down below. And yeah, keep on watching. And another quick side note before I dive into the video, I tried to it's a microdermal blend, something like that. I think I'll insert a video clip or something, because I honestly don't feel like getting up right now. I think I was talking about the microdermacation kit. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. But yeah, this is basically what I was talking about that kind of messed up my face. I like it so far. I think I just didn't read it right, because I did it on oily, and of course I don't have oily skin. I'm normal to dry, so I feel like that's why it was a little too strong. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. But I basically suctioned the crap out of my face, and it definitely did leave some red pink marks. So that's where that's coming from. If anybody was like, what's going on with your faces, listen, I've been breaking out lately. But again, like I previously mentioned before, this video is mainly going to be focused on the new products from Fenty Beauty that, well, they're not new products, but they're new to me. So basically this video is going to be focused on me trying out these products in particular. I didn't get the whole full face of Fenty, I will say that. So certain things I am going to kind of be skipping over, certain steps and whatnot. But for the most part, I feel as though I did get basically everything I need to do a whole face minus my eyes. So yeah, so just if anybody was curious, I am going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, as you guys can see here. And I'm basically just going to be using this to prime my face. So going in with their foundation, for some of you guys that may or may not know, I would say dry to normal skin. So for me, I tend to like going towards more of the hydrating side of foundation. So luckily for me, by the time I actually went to go pick up some stuff from her, they already came out with the hydrating foundation. So this is the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and I picked up the shade 350. Now guys, like I said before, I'm high-key impressed considering the fact that I never even shade matched myself for this foundation ever in my life, and I was actually able to pick up my perfect match. So like I mentioned before, I am in the shade 350. If anybody was wondering, I would definitely say a really good dupe, I would say, for this foundation, at least in my opinion, is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Foundation. And in that foundation, I'm in the shade 330 Toffee. If anybody was wondering, just to try to kind of get a more accurate shade match, just in case you guys might be looking at me to try to get shaded and all that other shaded. Does that make any shaded? You know what I mean? To find your shade match. But basically, this is just what one pump looks like. And I may or may not double it up. We'll see. I will definitely say as well, this foundation does oxidize just a little bit. It's definitely not a crazy amount, but it definitely does change shade. I definitely will say it is giving me definitely warm tone vibes, which is what I need because I am more on the warmer side of things. In my personal opinion, I definitely will say this foundation definitely does look like your skin, but better, at least in my opinion. I love the finish of it. I will say it does have a very slight smell to it, but it's not a weird smell. But honestly, out of all the foundations that I've used, I've never smelled this particular smell before, if that makes any type of sense. So I feel like if you're low-key sensitive when it comes to different scents and stuff like that, I don't know, this foundation might bug you when you first apply it. But like once it's like on your face and like blended in and whatnot, you really don't smell it, like if that's something that somebody was worried about. But listen, let me tell y'all something. This is your first time watching me. I'm extremely thorough when it comes to when I review stuff. Like I go into so much detail, y'all probably wouldn't even have any questions to ask me in the comment section. Let me just say that. So if I seem like I'm kind of doing a little bit too much, that's just personally how I am. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put just a little bit more foundation on, just try to help cover that up some more. Like yo, I did something wrong because I don't think my face is supposed to be doing all that. And it does definitely give you like you guys see how like my skin looks like it's glowing, even though I didn't even moisturize my skin actually before I even did anything. I just did the primer and this foundation. Okay, so next I'm going to be trying out the Pro Filter Concealer. Now I do know on Fenty's website, basically whatever shade your foundation shade is, they already have a concealer matched to it. But I do know a lot of people, basically what they'll either do is they'll go either lighter or stick with the like chosen concealer shade that their foundation shade is in. I personally decided to go a shade, well, 2 shades lighter. So in the concealer, I actually got the shade 330, and then that's what that looks like. But I absolutely do love the applicator. I love the application. I love how it's just so like smooth and it kind of just glides on all nice. It's not messy or nothing like that. Everything's still super clean in the tube and all that fun stuff. So like I usually do with my concealers, I'm actually gonna wait for it to dry down just a little bit just so I can get some more coverage. So what I usually do is I usually do my chin first and kind of just blend that out. Okay. I'm liking the way it's looking so far. And then of course, last but not least, my under eyes. I like to do my under eyes last just because that's where I want the most coverage to be. Like basically my chin, my nose, my forehead, like I ain't really got nothing going on with that. It's just to help with the overall look and finish. So I'm basically just gonna blend this in, and I'm also gonna be bouncing back and forth so both sides are nice and even. And I'm also gonna help blend that into my eyelid as well, because surprise surprise, I'm doing things a little bit backwards. Because y'all know I usually do all my eye makeup first and then I do my face, but I'm kind of switching it up a bit. I will say too is like with the concealer, it definitely reminds me of the NYX Born to Glow concealer, because I feel as though this concealer is very dewy, which I'm actually surprised by, because I do know that the matte foundation came out first, then the concealer, and then the hydrating foundation. So I feel like they kind of use the same formula they use with the concealer for the hydrating foundation, because I'm actually shocked by how dewy my face looks. I wouldn't say shiny because I feel like shiny would be negative, so let me just say dewy. And mind you, I didn't even set it with powder or nothing yet, so that's why I'm looking just a little, I mean on camera I feel like I look okay, but in person I feel like I look crazy. But I still didn't even set powder yet. I still didn't even do my eyes yet, because y'all know I'm used to doing my eyes first. If I don't do my eyes first, my makeup looks dead wonky to me until I finally do them. I really do like how much they did cover my dark circles, because as you guys can see, I didn't put any extra like concealer or like extra product or anything like that underneath my eyes before I went in with the concealer. So I do really like how much coverage I'm getting from that. So next I decided to pick up the Fenty banana powder. Now my personal opinion, I'm anti-baking. You will never catch me baking my face for like 5-10 minutes. Like that's just something that I feel like just doesn't flatter me at all, especially like in actual like real life. Like on camera it looks nice, but in real life it looks a hot mess, at least in my opinion. Just saying. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly put like a light layer with the brush on all the areas that I put the concealer. So next, since everything's done with my concealer and whatnot, I'm actually going to go into the Killawatt Ginger Beige and Moscow Mule. Now, the reason why I picked up this particular, ooh, I was about to drop it. The reason why I picked up this particular Killawatt Highlighter Duo was because of the fact that I remember Like a few weeks ago when I first picked up the foundation, it was like, I think it was like if you spent more than, I think it was either $30 or $35, you got this for $5. So I'm just like, you know what? Yes, I almost dropped it again, but yeah, you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me go pick it up, because $5, like, that's a steal, because I'm trying to remember exactly how much this was by itself. $36. So $5 versus $36. Heck yeah, I'm gonna just pay the extra $5 to get that steal. Listen, just because your girl's starting to dip into high-end makeup does not mean that I'm not cheap no more. No. I know a deal when I see one. And honestly, when I first opened this up, like the first thing I thought of, I wasn't even thinking of it using it as a highlighter. I'm just like, yo, this will do a bomb as an eyeshadow. So that's what I'm gonna do today for this video, just to kind of vamp up the eyes just a little bit. But I also am gonna be going in and using this as a highlighter as well. But as you guys can see, that is what the shade looks like. Well, shades, one is more shimmery than the other one, which is fine because it helps kind of give you like a bit more choices, like whether you want to be like extra or just a little bit extra. But regardless, we gonna be extra because that's just how it goes. So I'm basically just gonna get a random eyeshadow brush. This is actually from MSQ. I actually got this from like a random company off of Amazon, like a eyeshadow brush set. Next, I'm gonna be dipping into Moscow Mule, which is the more like glittery one, and I'm basically just gonna get a more denser eyeshadow brush and kind of focus that on my lid like so. Next, I also purchased a Fenty Match Stix, and I got the shade Truffle. Now, originally, I was just gonna get 2 different concealers and just call it a day with like highlighting and contouring. But I'm like, you know what? Nah, let me go get the Match Stix, because I haven't really actually experienced anything like this before. So I'm kind of excited to try it out in general. Like, I've never had a product like this makeup-wise at all. I did watch Alyssa Ashley's video, I would say a few days ago, because I do vaguely remember her having like a trick to like make these kind of like work its magic the way you want it to, because I'm not a big fan of like super like harsh contours. So with her, basically what she did was that she warmed it up on the back of her hand like so, and then also let me try to find it in my big pile of brushes here. I'm trying to find the brush that I usually contour my face with. Oh, there we go. Found it. So basically what she did in her video was that she kind of like softly brushed the matchstick onto her brush, if that makes any type of sense, and then lightly applied it. As you guys can see there, I actually like it. I like it because honestly, that's one of the reasons why I was a little bit hesitant to pick up this product, just because I didn't want it to be crazy harsh. But I'm gonna have to clean up this side a bit, just because I don't know, this side kind of just ended up looking a hot mess for whatever reason. So I'm kind of like on the fence when it comes to this particular product. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Next, I'm just gonna take another random eyeshadow brush that's a bit on the flatter side. I'm also just gonna brush this on the Match Stix as well. Okay, that doesn't look so bad. At first when I put it on, it looked a hot mess, but once it's actually blended out, it looks decent. Like, it doesn't look too crazy. Because like I said, I don't want like random dark lines on my face. Like, that's not, it's not good. Okay, that does not look good, sis. I don't know who's lying to you, but you need to have it nice and like kind of fading in, not just like it's like right on your face. Like, nah, that's not a good look. All right guys, so last but not least for this video, I will be going back into the Fenty Killawatt Highlighter Duo, and I'm going to be going in with, I always swear I know what I'm gonna pick and then I don't know what I'm gonna pick because I'm like super indecisive, but you know what, that's okay. I think I'm actually, you know what, let me be a little bit extra. I'm actually gonna go in with a Moscow Mule, and I'm basically just gonna use that as my highlighter. That is very pretty. And you don't even need a lot, to be honest. I can just keep sweeping it on because I really like the way it looks. And that just looks so pretty. Like, look at that, guys. Oh, wow. What's good? Like, ooh, okay. Yeah, guys, that pretty much finishes up the look. I honestly will say I do like these products. I don't know, because of the fact that I'm still fairly new to dipping and dabbing into more expensive products, I will say I do like the finish of it. It's absolutely no way, shape, or form bad. But I feel as though there are a lot of dupes to the products that I just put on my face, and I feel as though if you do have the extra coins, I do feel as though it's worth it for you guys to try this brand out if you haven't yet already. But at the same time, I don't feel like you're missing out like crazy. Like, this isn't revolutionary, if I will say. I mean, granted, I do absolutely love the coverage that the concealer provides. Definitely recommend the concealer. I would definitely 1000% recommend the foundation, but like I mentioned previously, if you want a really good dupe for this foundation, definitely pick up the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Skin Finish if you guys are more on a budget, because I think the Maybelline foundation is like $8 or $9. You can get it at Walmart, Target, Amazon, basically anywhere. So that's that with the foundation. I will say I am very impressed with the highlighter. Do I think it's worth $36? In my personal opinion, no. I have had highlighters that basically give me the same effect for the most part. I will say that. Now, that's no insult to Rihanna or her brand or anything like that. That's just my my phone keeps going off today. But anyways, that's basically just like my personal opinion. Again, no hate, no shade, nothing like that. But I'm just saying I feel as though that the highlighters aren't really worth it. At least to me. Again, to each its own. But I will say overall my face does look really good. I definitely feel as though this is more like a your skin but better type of look. Definitely if I were to try to do like an upgraded like no makeup look, I definitely would use the Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation to do so, because again it definitely does look like you just kind of like face tune and put like the smooth tool on your face when you put this foundation on. So it still looks like you don't look like you have a whole painted cakey face on. But I will say if you use like one layer, you do see like slight imperfections peeking through. But if you do want to build it up, you can. But again, I'm the type of person, I don't like for me to feel like I'm wearing 10 pounds of makeup, because I feel like it just naturally just makes me more hot and sweaty, and that's an absolute no-no. When it comes to the setting powder, I definitely will say I do really like this. I really do like this powder. For me, I feel like just a certain tint that it has, it definitely is a vibe for me, and I definitely do like the way that it kind of just slid across my face nice and smooth. It didn't leave my face feeling again like cakey or have like those random like patches of powder on your face. I do like how it basically just blended super seamlessly, and it didn't make me look like I was a ghost, because that's an absolute no-no. When it comes to the Match Stix, honestly, it's not my favorite product that I've picked up and tried from them so far. Honestly, I feel like you can go without it. I feel like it's not really like, oh my gosh, like you need to go and run and get this. Like the Match Stix, not so much. I feel like if anything, you might as well just get a bronzer or a concealer shade and just use that to contour your face. I'm personally not a big fan of the Match Stix at all, to be completely honest. But of course, I paid for it, so I'm gonna use it, because y'all must have lost your mind. I forgot how much I paid for this. I'll leave all the products that I mentioned in my video down in the description box below with the prices and the links and all that stuff, if you guys wanted to check that out. Again, also if you're using me as a shade reference. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will say off of this whole entire like mini like Fenty haul, I guess you will call it, I would probably say my favorite product is probably like a tie between the foundation and the concealer, because again, The foundation concealer, absolutely bomb. I would definitely say my least favorite product from this haul would be the Fenty Match Stix. And again, that's just my personal opinion. No way, shape, or form I bash Rihanna or her brand. I absolutely love her brand and love what she stands for, and I definitely will be dipping and dabbing and buying more stuff here and there from her website in the future. But that's just basically, I guess, like my initial review and thoughts on this brand. And this is actually my first ever brand, like more high-end brand that I've kind of done like somewhat of a full face on. But yeah, so far so good. Again, like I said before, the way my makeup turned out bomb. Nothing crazy, no crazy mishaps. I did have issues with contouring this side because like the Match Stix, it kind of ended up just looking a little bit too muddy. But other than that, no crazy mishaps. My skin's not tingling. My pores usually poke through a bit more and they're not right now, so that's really good. And again, I had that really cute, like nice wet dewy type look. Now again, if you did want more of a matte finish, I would suggest checking out their matte foundation, but this is basically the type of finish that I prefer. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my opinions and thoughts and all that stuff. Definitely comment below if you have tried this brand already, your thoughts, your opinions. If you guys have anything you recommend for me to try out next, definitely let your girl know, because come on, if I'm putting y'all on, I'm trying to have y'all put me on. Like, let's go back and forth with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Like I said before, especially if you got to the end of this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl down below. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one.